Hi, second grade. Welcome back to Poetry Corner. Today we're going to talk about sequins. So here we go. A sequin poem only has 5 lines, but it does follow some rules. And this is where the challenge comes in for a 5-line poem. It's not like free verse where you just write whatever you want, doesn't have to rhyme, doesn't have any rules whatsoever. Cinquain poems have to be 5 lines, and you have to count syllables and words. So there's a couple of different kinds of cinquains. This is the one that we're going to focus on. Since we did haikus have 5, 7, 5. This one's a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a challenge, I think. So the cinquain poem, 5 lines. The very first line is only 1 word, and it gets 2 syllables. The second line gets 2 words, 4 syllables. Line number 3 gets 3 words, 6 syllables. Line number 4 gets 4 words, 8 syllables. And then line number 5, the very last one, 1 word, 2 syllables. So all of our cinquain poems kind of have the same shape. Okay, you can look at the examples that Miss W has for you, and they all have the same type of shape. That's how you know it's a cinquain. So let's take a look. This is where the challenge comes in. You can see we're going to go through this one right here. Miss W is working through one, and you're going to see we're going to have to use our vocabulary a lot. Synonyms and things like that, and expand that we're going to have to think of because some of the words just don't work. They don't follow the rules, so we have to think of something else that will work that maybe means about the same thing. So we're going to use some synonyms today. Take a look at the first poem that I have right here for you. This one's in pink. It's the one with the puppy, and it's titled Puppy. Ornery, naughty, growling, jumping, chewing, playful, bundle of trouble, boxer. Now let's see if it follows our rules. So the first line is 1 word. I can see that, but it has to have 2 syllables. Puppy, 2 syllables. It works. So line number 2 has to have 2 words. It has 2 words, but it has to have 4 syllables. Ornery, naughty, 4 syllables. Line number 3, the next one that we're on, it is 3 words, 6 syllables. A lot of times you're going to find this if you Google cinquains, you're going to find a lot of these are going to be verbs with ing on them. So growling, jumping, chewing, that's 6 syllables. That works. Line number 4 gets 4 words. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see that it only has 4 words. And then it also gets 8 syllables. Playful, bundle of trouble. Ooh, they only have 7, so they broke the rule. So we would have to go through and figure out another way of putting in 1 more syllable. And then the last one is boxer. And that's a type of puppy. Miss W put a picture up there for you. Boxer, 2 syllables. Now I wanted to show you, this is why cinquains can be really challenging, because you saw it in the first example that they actually missed one of the syllables in this one here. So they only had 7, so we would have to go back and change that. This is Miss W trying to come up with different synonyms for words that I wanted to write about, or something that somebody else had actually written this, but then I was changing it to have it fit our cinquain rules, the one that we are working with the syllables and the word count. So they had tree. Well, tree only has one syllable. It's one word, but it's also one syllable, and we want 2 syllables. So tree does not work. I needed to find another word for tree. Sapling. Sapling has 2 syllables. A sapling works. They also had white tall. It's 2 words, but since we're adding in the extra challenge of counting our syllables, I needed to have 4 syllables. This one only has 2. So instead of white and tall, well, when I'm talking about a sapling, saplings are really small. So I put increasing height. So this one has 3 and 1 syllable there. Okay? You can see the next one, I know it's a little crazy over here. Reaching, bending, fluttering. Now, they broke the rule on this one, and they had reaching, bending, there's 4, but we only need 6 syllables. We have 3 words, but we need 6 syllables. They had fluttering, fluttering. That's 7. I only need 6. So I decided to just take off the ing and put flutter. That's 2. Reaching, bending, flutter. That's okay. It doesn't say it has to be ing, but it is traditional. The last one, wind blowing leaves and twigs. Well, number 1, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. We're only supposed to have 4. And the syllables are all messed up. So I really had to reach into my vocabulary and find other words to have the right number of syllables. Wind blowing foliage around. And that one works. The last word is the type of tree that we were, the other author and I, were describing, aspen. So you can see right on the right hand side where, there it goes, the tree is right here. Do you see my pointer? That is the finished poem after I got through changing words and counting my syllables, making sure I had the right number of words. Sapling, increasing height, reaching, bending, flutter, wind blowing, foliage around, aspen. So that was the finished product after all this work. Our last example right down here, one of my favorites. Apple, green, delicious, crunchy, chewing, eating. My favorite afternoon snack, apple. Now they decided to use apple as its first word and its last word. That is absolutely okay if you can't think of another synonym. We're going to write one right now. How's that? So I'm going to put my rules down so I remember. 1 word, 2 syllables. 2 words, 4 syllables. 3 words, 6 syllables. 4 words, 8 syllables. The very last one, 1 word, 2 syllables. There we go. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. There goes the camera. So I'm going to write a poem about my buddy. You all know him. Ready? Here he is. Gibby. So Gibby is going to be the title, the very first word in my poem. Gibby. Now the next one I need 2 words that describe Gibby. And I'm going to write wrinkled because he does have lots and lots of wrinkles. And he's a very happy dog. Wrinkled happy. Here we go. Come on, camera. The next one we have 3 words, 6 syllables. Playing. I'm going to go with the INGs. Snuggling. And his next favorite, sleeping. 4 words, 8 syllables. my lovable, squishy Shar-Pei. And then I was thinking of a synonym for Gibby, and I came up with friend. When you read it all together, here's my poem. Gibby, wrinkled, happy, playing, snuggling, sleeping, my lovable, squishy Shar-Pei friend. As an extra challenge, look around your house. Think about something that you could write about. And I put a little template just like this at the end of our PowerPoint presentation. Give it a try. See if you can write a cinquain too.